Hi.
Hi. Okay. Hello, and welcome back to the Divine Gossip Podcast. What a different setup!
I know. We did the damn thing.
Dude, we did the damn thing. This is my best friend Megan, everyone. Um, she's an angel on earth, a business owner. Actually, I feel like business owner doesn't even encapsulate everything that you do. Like, you're a Reiki master, you're a psychic, you're a medium, you're a mentor, you're a guide, you're a support system for so many people, you're a community leader, you're a business owner, of course, you're a mom, you're a wife, you're my best friend, which is a lot. You're an astrologer.
Yeah.
You do a lot.
Yeah.
And we recorded our very first episode. Oh God, I don't even remember the date. Do you remember?
It was June 2024. I don't know the date
Okay,
exactly.
so a little over a year ago. We recorded our first episode and we both listened to it back, and we figured this could be kind of like a little update episode. Not little, it's going to be long. We already know. But this is like an update on our friendship and our lives and journeys. And boy, oh boy, have we changed a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so cringy, like you said, to listen
It
to.
was so
It was like, oh
interesting.
my gosh, we've come so far.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was bad. It wasn't bad. It was just cringe. It was cringe.
Yeah.
We've changed so much since our first episode together. First of all, did I miss anything on your introduction? Like, do you want to say anything else about what you do and like who you
No,
are?
no, I think that encapsulates all of it for the most part. Um, yeah, I think the only thing you missed was that I'm doing astrology readings now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm currently writing a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wrote the book, but I'm writing like my proposals and like getting my cover page and everything like that put together to send them to agents and
Yeah.
some small publishers. And yeah, that's really exciting.
That's so crazy. Do you have notes that you took from the episode?
No,
You
no.
just have it in here. Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Okay, let's talk about our last episode first then.
Okay.
Okay, let's do that first because that was crazy. First of all, I want to point out the setup situation because that's the first thing in my notes here. Is I literally wrote the makeshift mic situation and then a million question marks like what the fuck? Well, what the fuck?
But it
So
sounded fine. Like you could
it
hear
actually
it.
did.
And we talked
That mic
about
is really
how
good.
like sound really isn't what it's about. It's about the content.
I know. It wasn't it really funny that you immediately went into
Like stop
giving me
apologizing.
therapy?
But you've done so much better on
I
that.
know. I
Like
know.
you don't apologize. The first thing you
I
do is
try
not
really.
apologize. Like when you like record a story, when you start your podcast, anything like that, you don't like say like, "Oh, and I'm so sorry if this," because
Yes.
that was your
I
pattern.
even like yeah, we're going to be recapping the last episode, so if you haven't listened to that, you should. Just forgot to say that. But I even the reel I made about like this big sign I got from Hecate,
Mm-hmm.
I started that by saying like I didn't say it out loud, but my brain went to go say like sorry, like my hair isn't done and like the audio is weird and blah blah blah, but I just like didn't say that at all. I was like so I still almost do, but I like catch myself and I'm just like chill.
Good,
Yeah, like
good.
over explaining myself, like over and the lesson.
Overcompensating.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
said you don't have to be understood
yeah,
by over explaining yourself.
yeah.
So anyway, that was really cool. That it just showed our dynamic really well. And like the makeshift mic situation, we were in my I don't want to talk about where we were.
Okay, we don't have to.
No, we should. It's
I
just
mean, it's
so
in the
cringe.
episode.
Yeah, it's our and I say his name and everything and
Yeah, yeah. You were living with Cody at the time, and you were in an apartment that you weren't uh, super happy about. Um,
that's one way to put it.
so like it took a long time for you to finally let me come over,
Yeah, because I
but
was embarrassed.
we had nothing to be embarrassed about. It was
I
like
had a
your
lot.
first place.
I had a lot to be embarrassed about.
I don't think so.
I think I was in a horrible relationship back then. I was in an apartment because I like villainized my parents so hard that I moved out and was in a shitty, horrible apartment. It wasn't horrible. I mean, there's people who have it way worse, so
Yeah,
there's
like
that.
for
But
your
like,
first place, it was very average. Like it was, around the same size, same type of place as my first apartment in Radford.
yeah,
So, like,
yeah, yeah, it just was. I could tell how uncomfortable I was.
yeah, you were, but it's okay. You overcame that and realized that not everybody's going to judge you based on what you have.
Yes, yes, that's like one of the biggest moments I realized our friendship was very, very, very real, and I genuinely don't have to worry about you judging me, like ever,
Right. Yeah.
which I've never had that before, so it was really cool.
You're welcome.
Thanks. So yeah, we're like have a mic like balancing in the middle of us. I remember that.
Yeah.
And I was so scared to have you over, and then you came over, and then you were great, obviously. And I can tell listening to myself that I was so anxious, like way more anxious than I am now. Like
Oh
I'm anxious
no.
right now talking about the past because I it's a lot for me, but the difference in my energy is crazy just listening.
That and I think just our friendship, like that was the very beginning.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
can.
like of us moving out of client practitioner relationship into like
Yeah.
actual just like friends.
Yes,
And
yes.
so
You
I
can tell my guard wasn't down at all though.
yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
still was very guarded, which is
I thought
fine.
you sounded great though. I didn't pick up on that. You picked up
Oh
on
my
that in
god.
yourself.
And like let's just point out the fact that I say in one of the episodes or one of what? One of the episodes when we pulled cards at the end, it was like something about the crystal I pulled, the oracle card. It was
It was
like
soda light.
yes, soda light, which my throat is like fucking blocked right now for some reason. So it's interesting that I listened to that today when my throat feels weird. But the soda light is like associated with the throat chakra, is why I'm saying that. But in that card, it was like something about being thirsty all the time and like stay hydrated. That was the advice. And then I go in the episode, I'm like, that's so funny because I'm like thirsty all the time. You wanna know why I was thirsty all the time? Because I
Why?
was fucking pre-diabetic. Hello? Because when you're pre-diabetic, you're like so thirsty all the time. That's like a huge symptom. And back then, I could drink like 4 gallons of water and still be thirsty. So
Oh.
that was just like I could tell. Like when I say that, and I listened to myself back then, and I'm like, oh my god, you are so unhealthy. Please take care of yourself. Go for a walk. Stop wearing that gray t-shirt. Go get a haircut. It's just like, oh my god, like I completely gave up on myself back then, and I was just like, I know myself so well, and I just could feel so much insecurity on me. Ugh. But anyway, that's just me being really hard on myself. I mean, I was clearly doing the best that I could, which is sad, but
Yeah, we're always harder on ourselves because when I listened back to that episode, I didn't really pick up on anything that you said. Everything I got that was cringe was about myself. And so I
yeah.
think that's just normal.
What was
Yeah.
cringe about yourself?
Like just when we were talking about journeying, I feel like I was just learning how to shamanic journey
Oh
at
my
that
god,
time.
yeah.
And so I just had a very closed minded perspective of like how it worked. I thought that my way was like maybe one of the only ways. Like I was kind of
Yeah.
alluding to that.
Yeah.
And like now, just what I've learned, like, no, that's obviously not true.
Hmm.
And just, yeah.
I think yeah, some of the stuff we talk about, we act like it's like such big revelations and like, oh my god, it's like, oh my god, it's this and this, and it's just like that's not even scratching the surface of what we deal with now or what we do now,
Right. But
you
it's
know?
exciting in the beginning
Yeah, it
because,
is. It's cute. It's awesome. I love it. It was cool.
oh, yeah.
And
And that kind of reminds me, we talked about the Akashic Records in that episode.
yes.
Like the
Yes.
card I pulled was from the Akashic Records deck. And you're like, I knew that would like kind of call to you. And I think at that time I was just starting to dabble. But like in recent months,
That's interesting how it's come back up for you so strongly though.
Yeah, I think it's mainly because I love Amy Belair and listen to her.
Yeah, and
That's
you
like her
talked about
main.
her in the episode.
Yeah, that's like her main modality that she talks about. And so,
You love her.
yeah, I do. I so love her. Like obsessed. No, not in like a creepy way, but
No, I
like
know.
I just vibe with her. Like I don't have really any other spiritual influencers that I follow like that. Like
Mm.
she's literally
Yeah, I
the only
know.
one that I just really vibe with.
She's the OG for you.
Yeah, she is. And so I think that's kind of where the Akashic Records just kept coming up for me. And then I finally just dove in one day. And that's like, I guess, another thing kind of added to my tool belt now is that I lead
Yeah,
people into the Akashic Records through like group journeys and stuff now. So
that's so cool. That's
doing all the
so
things.
crazy. And like, I feel like you back then was like way less embarrassing than me back then.
Well, I
Lucky
mean,
you.
I'm older, so
I know when we say that in the episode, that
I
you
know.
just saying that just now reminded me that you were like, well, if I didn't have my shit together right now, I
Yeah,
am older than you, so
yeah.
oh
By
my
like 10 years.
god.
So I feel like as you get older, it's like less of a evolution, but on the spiritual path, that's not really true. I feel like it just varies person to
Yeah,
person.
that's true. I wanted to ask you, do you think you felt called to be my client? Like when you said you felt drawn to me, was it because you knew you wanted to work with me, or like in hindsight, is it because you knew we probably should be friends? Like what do you think that like do you know what I'm saying?
Um, I just knew I felt called to be in your energy in general. Like I just knew like
Yeah.
there was some kind of connection there.
Yeah.
And yeah, naturally at that time, since you were offering services, that was the way to get to know you and to be in your energy and that
Yeah.
sort of thing.
So it was a
So,
natural unfolding. I don't think. Yeah, I don't want to look at it as like, oh, we should have just been friends from the beginning because obviously I don't think it would have worked that way.
knowing you, like after I was your client, how hard did I have to try for you to become my friend?
Really hard.
Yeah, I had to try really hard to like take you out of that, to
Yeah.
get out of the client zone and move into the friend zone.
Yeah.
So I feel like the friendship would have probably never happened.
God, I was so focused on this stupid, crazy, psychotic boy that I couldn't even let a woman in my life. Like, I had no friends. I had no friends back then.
Yeah.
No friends. And I was so wrapped up in my own, like, shit that I didn't realize that opening myself up to other people is really nice and helpful
Yeah.
and needed.
Okay.
That's crazy.
I mean, we've all
Okay.
been through that though, you know?
I hope so.
I think
It's
everybody
crazy
goes through that at
pants.
some point where you feel like you're trying to like move forward with your life, right? You're trying to grow up. And so you're like, I'm with this person, like we're trying to eventually like you long term had plans to like be together, right?
Yeah,
Like even
yeah,
potentially get married and things.
yeah.
And so you're like, I'm invested in this person. And so that's where you're focusing all your energy and like really
Bar.
trying to like move that forward in a long term kind
God,
of
I've changed
way.
so much.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy that that was my main focus? A
I think
man?
I think it's just normal
Oh my
for
god, that's
a 19, 20
embarrassing.
year old, you know? Like,
Yeah, I started
it's
dating
just
him at
normal.
16. Isn't
Yeah.
that crazy?
Yeah. And so at that point,
Good
you had
lord.
really been invested, you know?
Yeah, like as my brain was developing invested. So it's like, just Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's insane. I also think it's crazy that we talked a lot about Reiki and now I'm getting Reiki certified by you.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I
I'm
didn't
in.
even make that
Oh yeah, I
connection.
did. I was like, so like
Oh.
what is Reiki? Like what is that? And like now I know it so well. And what is it? In like roughly a year from now, I'm taking the master class, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How crazy is that?
Yep. Yep.
That's so full circle, like, and I want to just, I'm talking about myself a lot. You have changed immensely. And it's
Yeah.
not like, I feel like the core of who you are is obviously still here, but like what you've grown and built is beyond what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm so involved in it too is crazy. Like, I also feel like it was, this is random and kind of off topic, but I feel like it's cool to see the how comfortable I've gotten with you. Like, I feel like my skin was crawling the whole last episode. Like, I can just tell I was not relaxed. I was so uncomfortable and like on edge and anxious and just like just riddled with anxiety. And now I feel like you still do the same thing. Like in the episode, I literally was like, "You're so grounded and like practical," and because you were saying something about how like people call you too much,
Oh
and I'm
yeah.
just like, "What? Like no, like I'm too much compared to you. Like you were just so grounded and like that." So I still feel the same way, but I'm like way more comfortable now, and it's so full circle because like I work under your business. How cool is that?
Yeah. Really cool. It is. It's full circle,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just
And you've
awesome.
grown so many different titles. Like all the titles we listed in the beginning. Like we were even talking about the full moon in Gemini or some shit.
It was the new moon in Gemini, and I think the day we recorded that podcast
Yeah.
was my last day at my corporate job. And so I think it was like after,
Whoa.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that day because June 28th, which I guess we could look it up and see if that's when because it was the
The new
peak of the
moon.
new moon, which is really funny because today is the peak of the
The
full
full
moon in
moon.
Aries. So, like, we're just in sync with the moon
Of
cycles.
course we are. We're two cancers.
Yes, like, let
Although
me
we've been having
see.
discussions about maybe the moon's not real.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
controversial.
It seems really far fetched, but once I listened to the details, I was just like, okay, this may or may not be true. I'm not going to take it on as true right now, but it's something to
Yeah.
keep in the back of my mind of an awareness of.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk
Yeah.
about that?
Um, no, because I feel like we don't know any more information about it. Basically, you were, while you find that, basically, she was listening to a podcast that was like, the moon is just a what, a satellite? Is that what they said?
Yeah, like something created by the forces that be that are trying to keep our consciousness
In the
um,
same
in the same
cycles.
cycles looping so we don't ascend out of that. And the moon has cycles, right?
Yes.
And so it's basically the charging force or the physical force that is keeping those cycles going and keeping us looping in the same type of patterns over and over again.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely made me go, huh, but I'm not sure how I feel about it quite yet.
Yeah, so let us know. Do you think the moon's real?
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, I guess I was wrong about the date because my last day at
Yeah, I
my
feel like I
job
would have
was,
remembered that.
so maybe it was, I
What?
don't know.
What?
Maybe it was just around that time.
What? Oh, your last day.
Yeah, because I know my last. It said that it was
It's
June
gotta
6th,
be.
and my last day was June 28th. So it was just getting really close to that time that I was
Yeah.
going to be leaving my
Oh
corporate
my
job.
god, and look where you are now.
I know, and like at that time, I was just leaving to be a Reiki practitioner.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't realize I was going to open a whole wellness center and like have like now we're like up to like 15 practitioners that work here.
Yeah.
Like I just had no idea that it was going to come to this scale, especially this quickly.
Yes, it happened so fast.
Yeah, like I was just going to do Reiki out of my dad's house. Like I didn't know I was going to get a commercial space like 3 months later
Yeah, three
or,
months later is crazy.
yeah, yeah,
Wow. Ah,
yeah.
that is so cool. And like hearing myself talk about the offers I had back then, I was like talking about how my mentorship comes with this course and like it's bi-weekly calls and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like that is just not my business anymore. And I feel like we both expanded so much, so much. And I feel like that's a result of like the work we've done on ourselves because I could tell listening to myself back then that girl was not meditating. I can tell. And I was even talking about the blockage I feel in my solar plexus. I still get that sometimes, but like I know how to work through it and I barely have anxiety anymore. Like just the work we've individually done on ourselves, it makes sense that that just naturally progressed and unfolded as like where we are now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
it's just as we found ourselves and expanded ourselves and healed, the physical expands into what's more aligned with who we are, you know?
yeah, absolutely. I just didn't expect that it would be this quick. Like, I
Yeah.
thought like I knew I wanted a wellness center in the long term to do
Yeah.
my work and let other practitioners do their work. I just thought it would be, like years down the road.
But I feel like when you first started, you knew you wanted to, like, you had your podcast back then and stuff. And you knew you wanted to write a book back then, eventually, right?
Yeah, my whole life I've known I was
Right.
going to
That's what I
write a
thought.
book.
So
I
there's
just,
some stuff that has
yeah,
still, but yeah, the Holistic Treehouse is crazy.
yeah,
It's mind blowing.
it's a little magical because
Yeah.
just the way it all unfolded and like from the time me and MJ, which is my business partner, and my aunt, the time we decided like, the treehouse was going to be born,
Yeah.
we opened 6 weeks later
Yeah.
after that. And
Yeah.
so, and we did renovations in here. Like, there was a lot involved,
Hmm.
like, way more than I ever anticipated. And I think back to that time and I was like, oh my gosh, I was being a little delusional,
I
like,
know, but
I was being a little delusional with
your
how,
delusional like carried all of us on your back. Like, you know what like we wouldn't be here without Megan's delusion.
yeah, yeah. So it's interesting to look back at how delusional I was, and but also realize like that delusion led me to something greater than I ever could have imagined in a grounded, practical kind of way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah. That
know?
just shows that I mean, don't be like too delusional that you're like actually being crazy, but like a big amount of hope and faith gets you far away,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It takes you.
I think so. What do you think? I mean, besides like the physical, practical things, like what do you like? Because obviously this is the biggest change, but like what do you see in yourself that's different from back then to now?
I think just the awareness and also like learning that I don't have to teach everyone everything. Like just when like we started that episode and I was already coaching you through like, the very beginning of the episode, I was coaching you
Wait, that's
like
so true.
about what
Do
you
you
were
think that's your
saying.
projector thing? Was that your projector
Yes,
thing? I feel like
yes, it
that's
is a
that.
projector thing. And so I've learned now wait until somebody asks for your help and your opinion. Otherwise, it's not going to. You received it really well because we had that relationship, and also that you're somebody who's just like has the awareness and the open mindedness to receive what I was saying. But I've realized that not everybody is there.
Yeah.
And so I think that's been my biggest growth edge is just learning when to speak my mind and when to let people learn things for themselves.
That's so interesting. That's been like a pretty big lesson for you because I don't like I never felt that you overstep or like say what's on your mind like without someone asking. Like I don't know. In my mind, I was just like, shut up and listen because she's probably right. Like I just always had that mindset with you.
I think that's just your mindset though, and not everybody
Yeah,
has
isn't
that
that
mindset.
interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't realize that was such a big thing for you until you know.
Yeah, like not everyone sees other people's wisdom, like they don't
Yeah,
always recognize it,
yeah, that's
especially like
right, right.
those who are asleep. Like I really have to be careful with those kind of people because they're the ones who are least open to being open minded and
Yeah,
growth,
I just
personal growth, and that sort of thing. Typically, not
yeah.
always, but typically, those are the ones who
No, you're
are
right. You're right.
most closed off to that.
You're right. I guess I've just literally was born with an open mind. I can't imagine living my life that way. Mm-mm. And
Yeah.
then I also loved you used a great analogy about energy that I I'm surprised we don't say more often, so I wrote it down.
Hmm.
Um, I think it was we were talking about Reiki, and you were like, it's a great gateway into the spiritual world because it's energy, and like everything is energy. Energy's been proven. And you were talking about how your friend Noelle, who used to have breast cancer, thank God she doesn't have breast cancer anymore, but at her cancer treatment place, they were doing Reiki treatments there, and you were like, it's so cool for it to be in the mainstream now. And you were like, I'm surprised like more people don't believe in it because you were like, i I quoted it, but maybe it's a little off, but it says, I don't see the hang up between the energy people use to just walk and Reiki energy, like it all comes
Yeah.
from anywhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't thought about that in a long time. That like connection between the
Yeah.
everyday energy that no one would argue isn't real
Yes.
versus the energy that we use to do
To
spiritual
heal.
work and healing and yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was freaking genius. I'm like, the energy, our normal everyday energy levels, like what is that? It's
Yeah.
energy. It's our energy inside of us. So how is Reiki not real? So I just thought that was so good, and we need to say that more.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for that reminder because
You're welcome.
that is a good way to explain it to people who may not.
They just think it's so out there, but it's
Uh
like it's
huh.
actually right here.
Yeah, you can ground it down with that kind of analogy.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. I think we've grown so much. Like I feel like it's we could literally talk about every single little thing that has changed for like 4 hours. Like I even think about the relationship I was in back then. Like I'm in a whole different relationship now.
Yeah. Yep.
And I've had to do so much healing. Oh my god, when it comes to relationships. Like from that episode, actually, wait, when did, oh my god, when did we record that?
June 2024. So it's funny, your next episode, you're talking about your breakup.
I was
The
gonna say
episode after
because I think
ours.
it was the end of July that I broke up with him.
Yeah. So in your next one,
Dang, so you know what that means? In that episode, I was thinking about breaking up with him already. Because
maybe.
I was thinking about it for a while.
Okay.
For months. I was like, I feel like this isn't it. There's
Hmm.
no reason, like, I know this is not my person because I wouldn't be feeling like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then after I broke up with him, I had my single era. I talked about that on the podcast. That was insane. Um, which also, I won't like, I just scratched the surface of my potential there. Like, I could have gone two ways. Like, I found Brayden, thank God. Wouldn't have it any other way, truly. But I really could have like got a sugar daddy and like went a whole different
You tried for a
direction.
bit.
I did.
Not to call you out, but
No, it's fine. No, you and MJ are a huge part of keeping my head on straight when it came to getting into a new relationship and healing so much. And like, because I already kind of talked about this, but like going from codependent and anxious and a low-key abusive relationship to actually secure and healthy, and like he's the most stable person I've ever met in my entire life. That's a very big like whiplash, like, so I had to really address my own crazy, and the Holistic Treehouse really helped with that because I was coming here every Wednesday and Friday for almost a year. Now it's Fridays, but I also come here a lot anyway. Like now I'm doing Reiki shares here, and like I'm learning Reiki here, and
you're
I'm
doing your
also doing my
witchcraft.
events. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
like literally 3 events I'm participating in this just this month.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a wild ride, and I can't believe that. Well, I can't believe, but it's hard to believe that like the Holistic Treehouse is a whole in-person side to my business. Like I also back then did not see the value in having in-person stuff because I was so anxious and scared that I didn't put myself out there at all. I was playing so freaking small. But every time I collab with you is when things went really well. Like we did the Moonlight Earth ceremony.
Yes,
We had
I
like
remember
20
that.
people on that call. That was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and that was the first time MJ did anything with me because she joined that
That's
call.
right. She did. I
Yeah,
forgot about that. Yeah,
yeah.
I recruited all my family and friends.
I know. It was
Anybody who was
awesome.
slightly open.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So, oh my gosh, what else are your thoughts about the episode?
I don't know, you just saying like you were like so anxious at that time. I remember like saying to you like you live so close to ODU campus. Why aren't you
Oh
set up
yeah,
on campus? Like you're totally a student too. Like you're allowed to be there.
yeah.
Why are you not set up like doing readings on like the quad or something? And you were like, "No." And I was like, "Why? Like you could blow up so quick. Like you could make bank
Mhm.
every day if you just went and sat there and caught people between classes." Like especially if you were an affordable rate for like college students.
Yeah.
And so
It's yeah, I was seriously holding myself back financially and in my business because my focus was on a man.
yeah,
And like it's just insane. Like I feel like now I'm making more money than ever. I'm focusing on my business as my number one priority, but also I'm my number one priority. Like I prioritize my health and my mental and physical and spiritual health number one now, and then my business second, and then marketing. Like I'm just my whole way of being is just so different. My mom tells me that all the time. She's like, "You literally flipped your life upside down." So
that's
anyway,
awesome. And
yeah,
all
but
before
it's
your Saturn
crazy.
return. Imagine what will happen at your Saturn
Why
return.
would you say that?
Because it's just that moment when everything does flip upside down, but in like it might be hard in the
Hopefully,
moment, but
it's
when you
like
look back
I win
on
the
it,
lottery.
yeah, that's possible. Usually it's like something that's really hard because Saturn is like karma, like
Oh God,
the planet of like lessons. It's like
good
the father
fucking
who's trying to
lord.
teach you a lesson about something. And so it's hard to go through, but after you're through it, you're like, damn, I'm so grateful for that growth.
Yeah.
Just like now,
No.
like,
Yeah.
the whole Cody thing, like, I'm sure you didn't want to break up in the moment, but in the long term, you're like, thank God I finally got out of there and like did the thing I had to do.
Yeah. Did you
What?
hear that?
Uh uh.
My stomach growled so loud. I wonder
Oh,
if the mic got
no, I didn't hear it.
No, yeah, you're right. It's and that's the thing is I do have the awareness, the open-mindedness to like not fall into like a deep dark depression hole because I'm going through something hard. Like I always have the awareness of like no matter what it is, even if it's like really really dark and bad,
Yeah.
I always come out of it being like I get it.
Yeah.
Screw you, but I
I
get it.
surrender
Yeah,
to you,
yeah,
universe. Yeah.
yeah. I feel like I'm talking about myself a lot.
What?
My stomach is growling. Oh my
I heard
god.
that one.
You did?
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, and I think about the people in my life now. I mean, I've made so many good friends.
Yeah.
Um, oh god, and I think about like how much I was watching Sam and Colby back then.
Yeah.
It was every day I was watching their videos on repeat, and now I'm ghost hunting. I'm literally going ghost hunting with you and Luna tonight.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
It is
Like,
really cool.
oh my, like I'm actually prioritizing my dreams.
Right, right. And like having, not that it's delusional, but like having the little bit of delusion or
Yes.
the fantasy of like, what if I blow up like Sam and Colby?
Yes.
And like knowing that that is an actual like
Possibility.
possibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I fully believe that. And
Yeah.
yeah, oh my god, yeah. And I'm best friends with Luna now.
Yeah.
Why don't you
Yeah.
tell them who Luna is?
Yeah. So Luna is every time I like explain who Buck and Sarah are, I call them my like god siblings
Yeah.
because their mom and my mom are best friends and I've known them my entire life
Mm-hmm.
and they've known me their entire lives because they're both younger than me
Yeah.
and just yeah, so we've grown up together, like we always went on family vacations together. Like I literally saw them like I don't know, like 10 times a year, like
Yeah.
once a month,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
growing up. And then Buck started dating Luna. And so I didn't even
Thank
know Luna was
God.
spiritual. and
Mm.
she came to the girls' weekend, and we got paired in a room together. And
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that she was spiritual until I like started talking to her, getting to know her, and then we just kind of clicked, and the rest was history, you
Ugh,
know?
I love Luna.
Yeah,
And
so
I
good.
got close with her, which we even said in our last episode because of the OBX girls trip.
Yes.
Because I went on the most recent one to do tarot readings for everyone.
The OBX Girls Trip has some kind of magic to it where it just expands us as a group,
You know
you
what?
know?
Yes, you're 100% right, but I also think it's just women coming together. When it's
Yes.
just women in a
Yes.
group, there is something so magical that happens. I did an event last night with my sister who who hired me to do tarot readings and like a candle spell for a group of friends, and I made a friend last night.
So you
Her
did?
name's Izzy. She's 25.
Oh, cool.
And I got her number and everything because I literally clicked with these women so hard. And like everyone was crying to me, like just telling our deepest, darkest secrets. Like,
Mm.
and I've noticed that even doing events here, like it's like the more I open to that kind of connection with other women, I literally get richer, prettier, happier
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
women are magic.
Thank you for pointing that out because it's so true. Like, seriously.
Yeah, yeah, literally magic happens. Like we push each other to be better, but we also are so seen. Like
Mhm.
sometimes men can't do that. Men aren't supposed to do what women can do for other women, you know?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do different things.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, yeah. And then I want to also talk about like who's in your life now. I feel like the people in our lives, both of our lives has changed so much. Like I'm dating someone new. You and Luna are my best friends. But I feel like all the practitioners here have been our friends now, you know? Like
Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
built a really great community. So you want to talk about that? How
Sure.
you found people and like how you vet people and those stories, what you've learned from taking people in and not, and just relationships in the
Yeah.
community.
Yeah, so I think it was like I think a lot of the people, especially the ones who like really I connected with, like Amy, for example. I
Yeah.
consider her like one of my closest friends now, and Jess
Yeah,
too.
right.
Um, just I think they were soul fam. Like I think my soul. I know I said that in the last episode, and you always laugh when I say that, but it's so true. Like
Because
I
it sounds like a meme, but you're saying it seriously.
yeah. Like seriously, I think like my soul planned for me to meet certain people who would help me along the way.
Yeah.
And like I think some of you practitioners are part of that plan I had for
Yeah.
this life.
Yeah.
And so that's been really cool, and just like sometimes people walk through the door, even clients who I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just know you. I don't know how, I don't recognize your face, but like I know you.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I just think it's really cool to see like all the people that I was supposed to come across that I'm
Yeah.
coming across just by having a storefront and
Yeah.
being visible online, and like just putting
Yeah.
myself out there of like, hey, we're doing these spiritual things here in
Mhm.
Chesapeake, come check
Mhm.
us out, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, and like you've become a magnet for the right people too.
Right,
And I
right.
think like even every day we see it in here. Like we put this spell on the door where it's like if someone's not allowed to come in or their energy doesn't belong here, they literally cannot come in. And we see people like try to come in and they like can't.
They literally open the door and are like, and shut the door and run away, like
Like they
literally.
see a ghost, and
Yeah,
which probably, but
maybe. But
no,
yeah,
yeah.
it's just wild to see the reactions
Yeah.
sometime at the door.
It's so cool.
And then you have other people who walk in and like bust into tears immediately and are like, "Oh my god, I found my home." And
Yeah.
that it
It's just
just
like thank God.
makes it all worth it, you know,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
makes all
That's
the hard work that it takes to like keep going so worth
exactly.
it.
Yeah, we've had so many of those moments where we're like, "Oh my God, this is exactly why we're doing this. This
Yep.
is exactly why." I think of the big trance night we had, which I'm working on their YouTube channel, the Holistic Treehouse YouTube channel. And I'm gonna post video about table tipping at that trance night, but it was like a packed full house, and we
Yeah.
were literally doing physical mediumship on camera for hours, and like not hours but a long time, an hour or so, and everyone in the room was witnessing it, and it was just like, this is why we do this, like to
Yeah.
prove magic and to not prove it but like share it and show people it's real.
Yeah.
And yeah, that I walked in and I was like, we did it.
Yeah. Yeah. It
You
was
did it.
packed that night. It was
Yeah.
like literally over 20 people.
Yeah. Yeah. And in this space that like we sat here and like ripped the floors out ourselves, like literally
Yeah.
like from that to that. That is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Um
is.
yeah, and then we do like spiritual day retreats, like the one in October, the Spirit of Autumn is almost freaking sold out. Like
Mhm.
what the hell is that?
I know. It's
That
like
is
that with
so
everything
cool.
now.
I
It's just
know.
like I just didn't realize there were so many spiritual people here in
That's
this
what I was just
area.
thinking is like,
I had
thank
no
God you
idea.
showed up, right? Like thank God you and MJ made this place, because how many people say like, "Oh, I've been waiting for a place like this around here. Hello." And it's like we have little spiritual shops, like, the heritage store has got all the, woo woo organic stuff. And like, we used to have a witchcraft shop on my street. They closed down, but it's just like no one was so in your face big like this, you know?
It's like they're all like metaphysical shops where you can go and pick up
Yes.
supplies and stuff, but and they're doing some events, but not like on the scale that we are. We're doing events literally
Yeah.
every night
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
and every day during the day sometimes too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I
There's
think
no place I really there's no place like that. I'm gonna say it. There's no place like it.
there's no place like home.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And I literally call this
Yeah.
place my second home now. It's so cool. So when you think about the future and where you're gonna go, like what's on your mind with that? I mean, I know we talk about it all the time, but for the people, like what's next for us, for
Yeah.
you?
So we're doing day retreats. I feel like that's kind of going to naturally segue into like longer retreats,
Yeah.
like maybe a weekend retreat at first
Mhm.
here locally, like maybe even at the beach. And then I see that like translating into longer retreats.
Mhm.
Hopefully, I would love to do an international retreat. That would be really
That'd be so cool.
yeah, it'd be really nice. It's cool to look at like my astrocartography too and like see the other countries and
Oh yeah.
places where I have like lines that would like do well for business and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Like
Mhm.
one that's I'm really interested in because MJ has a line there too is Peru. That's somewhere we would
That's
both.
literally where they hold ayahuasca ceremonies in the woods. You know
Yeah,
that?
yes, yes. Which I want to do that eventually, but yeah, we'll see when the timing's right. That
Has MJ ever done that?
no, no, she hasn't done that, and I don't think she wants to. She hasn't.
Really?
She doesn't even do full doses of like mushrooms and stuff. Like,
That's very me. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
So
wow, that's interesting though. I mean, Peru is such a spiritual, like ancient place.
yeah, yeah. So I could
That's
see like
cool as fuck.
that, or even like Costa Rica, like somewhere down there in South
Yeah,
America.
yeah, yeah. I can even see like I don't know. I could literally see all over the world. I mean, you know how many Europe places are like so deeply ancient and old, and like
Oh
it's just
yeah,
everywhere. Everywhere there's so many cool like hot spots that would be really cool to do that.
yeah, yeah,
Um I feel like with us diving more into the spiritual space, we've also figured out that not everyone is very real or like a good person or doesn't display good person qualities.
yeah,
I guess how do you I guess I want to know, how do you protect your energy from the people who aren't for you or for this place? And how do you handle like having that leadership role of like, you know what I'm saying, like placing those
yeah.
boundaries?
Yeah, so I think it's all just came through like learning experience. But the one thing that's been hugely helpful for me just in recent weeks that I've started doing this is every night before I go to bed, cutting cords with
Mm,
anyone that I'm still attached to. And I almost always feel them on my solar plexus. And it's usually the practitioners here because I'm constantly working in like talking to people about, you have this date or this event coming up. Like, have you sent me your description? Like, send me your graphics, like those kind of businessy things, those interactions where we don't realize that we're picking up other stuff, like
Yeah. Yeah.
other people's stuff, taking it on as our own burden.
Yeah.
And so just, cutting those cords every single night before I go to sleep and calling all my energy back to myself,
Mhm.
I feel like has been hugely helpful. And then as far as just like being a leader, just taking it step by step,
Yeah.
learning the lesson that there is in every situation for myself. Because even though I don't necessarily like, I've kind of learned like there's no right or wrong. It's just different perspectives, opposing perspectives, and kind of realizing that when that happens, there's something there for each person on the opposing sides to learn to
Yeah.
kind of find a more middle ground.
Yeah. You handle conflict differently.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Like just try to be more like compassionate is
Yeah.
one thing, like
Mhm.
of what is this, why does this person do something that I necessarily don't agree with or don't
Yeah.
like, and what does that say about me that I'm judging,
Mm.
you
Yeah, I
know?
have trouble doing that. You're way better at that than me.
Well, it's just like a practice. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a practice.
I
And
also feel like you becoming a leader, we were talking about this the other day, we both had to learn how to expand our capacities.
yes, yeah,
Holy shit.
in my body specifically, just
Yes.
like, yeah, like affirmations in the morning, like breathing into my body,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
making sure that I'm not clenching, that I'm like my
Yeah.
nervous system feels relaxed at least for 5 minutes a day,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like, and when I notice I'm clenching, unclenching and just
Yeah.
expanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like getting comfortable in new realities.
Yeah. Getting
Because
comfortable
as
with
you
being
level up,
uncomfortable.
yes, as you level up, it's uncomfortable. And then you're also, I feel like we both like have built all whole new identities. Like we're taking on roles that we didn't even know we were going to take on. But like it's all meant to be, of course. Like what did we think was going to happen? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's such a natural unfolding of events. Like when I was watching Sam and Colby back then, I'm always in the back of my mind like, oh, I would love to do that one day. Okay, well, you're pretty ambitious, so like obviously you're gonna have to do that one day. You're gonna do that one day. So
Yeah.
with that comes getting used to like the new identity and like how many people you're affecting. We were talking about that, especially with the community space, of course. So yeah, the self work is actually non negotiable, like necessity for both of us.
Yeah, and I think what you just said about like how many people we're impacting, that's been one of my favorite things to see, especially with recently teaching Reiki, is the ripple effect.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that Reiki is really the reason that I got through the depths of my grief, and it was like
Mm-hmm.
literally the thing that changed my life.
Mm-hmm.
And sharing that with other people and seeing the little like light switch go off and them starting to be on that path too is just like, I have full body chills right now talking about it.
Yeah,
Like,
like there's not like this quite literally the essence of your purpose. Like
yeah,
there's
yeah. I
nothing
told
like it.
this, you'll laugh when I say this, but yes, like stepping into Dharma, like this is what I'm meant to do. Like I know
No,
that because
no,
it's
I
coming
believe that.
easy. It's
Yes.
coming so easy. Like I barely like, I just recently started promoting my classes, but like before I really started promoting them, I filled up the first 3 classes like without
Instantly
trying.
almost. Like,
Yes, without even trying. And so it's just like when it's easy like that, you just know you're stepping into something you're supposed to be doing. And
yep.
then just like to know, like, who knows where these people will take their Reiki skills. Like for you, for example, you could be teaching people,
Yeah, true.
like
True.
in a year from now, once you get your master
Yeah, I don't see why
certification.
not. I mean, it has
Yeah.
happened very naturally for me too. Like I feel very comfortable with Reiki and like it
Or
feels
just
like
being a
something I've
practitioner. How many people are you going to help as a
exactly.
practitioner,
Yeah,
too?
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
it's just
And I
wild.
finally have made a tarot course.
Oh, yay.
Yep, that's a new difference too.
I feel like you've been talking about that since.
I started tarot.
Yeah, since I met you.
Yeah, like, oh my god, finally.
Yes.
Yeah, we both just are taking on so many new paths, and they are unfolding so naturally. Like, I think of ghost hunting. Like,
Yeah.
I remember I was getting so in my head a little while ago about, like, I don't know who to go with, I don't know where to go, and you were just like, there's so many places right in front of you, and whoever wants to go with you is, it's gonna happen naturally,
Yeah,
and
you
it
go with your
has.
friends.
Yeah, it has. Like,
Yeah.
I just have to get out of my own way and just let it unfold naturally. I don't have to be so controlling. Like, when it's something you're meant to do, it truly just, the path is made for you, and you just have to take the action steps you know you gotta take. That's all.
Yeah, yeah, put one foot in front of the other. And it's kind of like this Aries energy that we have today,
Yes, it
which is
is.
like before you're ready, because ready, as they say, is not a feeling. You're never going to feel ready, but like once you have the logical, practical steps in place to know that you could potentially like start something, to just go ahead and do it
Mhm.
so that you can get all the hard lessons out of the way right from the jump,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
then kind of move forward and take it step by step.
Yes, absolutely. And how do you feel like your spiritual practice has changed? Because I feel like I already said kind of like that girl back then was not meditating, and now that's like non-negotiable for me to like come back to my energy. But I feel like maybe you touched on this a little bit just with the journeying thing.
Yeah, and like in Leo season, we actually did like a little challenge between the two of ourselves, like just us
Oh
two,
yeah, 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 yeah.
on a shared note on our iPhones, where every day we checked off our goals. And
Well, we had our OBX trip in the middle of that, and after that I fell off, but you were
yeah,
doing really well.
no, but like if you look at the overall for both of us,
We did pretty good.
we did good. Like
And even
yes,
in,
there was
in
days that we fell off, but we got back
yes,
on.
yeah, yeah, no, I love that. You're right.
And in those, we were just doing practical little things every day, and I think that really helped. Like, in
Yes,
fact, I feel like I've kind of fallen off at this
me
point, and I want
too.
to get back to
We've been
just
busy.
like, daily movement, whether that be 5 minute walk or a full on yoga class,
Mhm,
like
mhm.
that, and like meditation, and then just affirmations to like,
Yeah, those have really been our anchors.
yeah, and that kind of makes me think about like I think the biggest thing that swapped everything, because that when we first opened, we were struggling financially here with the big overhead being like a storefront, and it was a struggle there for a while, and that was just getting things going. But I think what really tipped everything was when I started focusing on myself more, and
Mhm,
not just like putting in action, doing all the marketing, practical things I have to do. And instead of just focusing on my self love for myself, like look at how much like I'm doing, and becoming a magnet for the things I want
mhm.
by loving myself makes other people love me more.
That,
And
yes, exactly. And I
yeah,
loved I loved when that clicked for you. I mean, we're obviously still always working on that, but
yeah,
like I loved that lesson that clicked for you, because I feel like after my breakup, that was the first thing I realized was like, "Oh my god, he's 100% out of my life. What now? Oh, I guess I have to focus on myself now." And once I did that is when everything started to change. Like, I started focusing on my health. I started, like, my focus was just a completely 100% on me, and the physical things in my reality started to blossom. So that's, people really forget that that's um quite literally, again, a non-negotiable part of the equation of like success. Like, you have to focus on
yes,
yourself.
specifically in business.
Yes,
Like
especially being a
your
business
business
owner and a
is,
spiritual business owner.
yeah, your business is a reflection of you as a person.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the more you love
Yeah, for
yourself, the
sure.
more people will love your business.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we kind of covered it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we
Yeah.
did good. I think those
Okay,
were some really
good.
good points.
Ah, how cool. And it's also hard to like cover every single thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know
Yeah.
how much we have changed? It's hard to put that in like words sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Like you asking me some questions where I'm like, huh, I don't know.
Yeah, we just kind of ended up here.
Yes, like
No, we did a lot of work, obviously, but like,
yeah, but it's easy to forget the small details that happen along the way because there is so many.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like, you know how many lessons we go through a day that
Yeah.
like we're constantly journaling about everything, and like we, especially us, we move through lessons so fast because we're like constantly self improving.
Yeah, and we're also like have the awareness of like, oh, what is this trying to teach me? Cool,
Yes,
got the lesson. You're not going to trick me again.
yes, and then we move on
Yep,
to the next one.
yep.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you for joining us with me.
Of course.
I love you. And maybe we'll just do this every year.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
or even more often. I don't
that's
care.
true. We
It
probably
was
should do it more
it
often.
was so funny listening to the end of that episode where we're
I know,
like,
we're like, let's do this every week or something.
let's make this a series. Yeah. Which is like at that time we totally could have, but for
Yeah,
whatever
but my life
reason,
flipped upside down.
yeah,
And
after
so did
that.
yours, kinda.
Yeah, yeah, I started the treehouse
Yeah,
shortly later, or
yeah.
a few months later. So yeah.
Yeah, and then I also love at the end of that episode, I was like, oh my god, I'm like going on such a big journey tonight. I didn't. I
Oh
know I
yeah.
didn't. I know I didn't meditate that night, and yeah. Yeah. So anyway, this was good. I felt like we needed to do an update episode. I was like, I want my best friend on again. It makes sense. It's just kind of a no-brainer. So, thank you.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Where can people find you? What do you want to say?
Yeah. So if you'd like to know more about the treehouse and want to follow us on Instagram, it's at the Holistic Treehouse. We're also on Facebook under that name. You can also check out our website at theholistictreehouse.com. And then for my personal like Reiki account, it's at Rooted in Reality Healing on Instagram and TikTok now. It's under the same name.
Good. That was
And
confusing in the
yes,
first
it
episode.
was. So new business owner lesson.
I love
But
that you were like, I don't really know my username.
I
Like it was
know
that new.
that was hilarious. What else? I think
I mean, when you
yeah.
go to the Holistic Treehouse, there's always something going on.
Yeah, when you go to
So,
our website, you'll see kind of all the things that we do
hmm,
and get a good idea of everything we have going
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. Whether it's a retreat, events, or whatever. Um, you also have like online services too. Like she has practitioners that aren't necessarily always local in person, so that's nice too. Um,
Yeah,
so
as well
yeah,
as myself. I do
yeah, you
online
do
sessions,
distance Reiki and
astrology
astrology readings and
readings.
everything too.
Yeah.
So it's not just local, just so you know.
I know, and I would love to make the treehouse events like dual, like where they
Online,
can be
yeah, we need to look
online
into
and in
that.
person.
Yeah,
I know it's definitely a goal. It's on the
yeah,
list.
yeah, for sure. It's been on the list, so
It's been on the list for
yeah.
like almost a year. So
Yes, exactly. So yeah, we're
yep.
just gonna be up leveling all the time, of course. So thank you for watching. I will link everything she just said down below, and I will link all of my stuff too. Oh, just touched the mic, sorry. And thank you for hanging out with us. Clearly, this is very chill, but we wanted to do it in the treehouse. We wanted to recap our last episode and like give updates on how everything has changed. So I hope that was as interesting for you as it was for us because it was very fun.
Yes, yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you for having me again.
Of course, love you.
Love you too.